Midwest region of the United States, we introduce to you the Chocolate Dollar Podcast. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chocolate Dollar Podcast. I'm Jonathan. One of you guys?
I'm Bob Evans.
Bob Evans. Noah's phoning in.
Either of you drink coffee?
That's Grant.
Yes, I love coffee. Oh my gosh.
I didn't have a travel mug or anything.
So you just kind of grabbed a...
Did you just put it in like a Frappuccino thing?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm FaceTiming, so I can't really see everything. Really well,
we've got the phone on the desk, and then like Grant's 5 miles away from Noah.
So Jonathan, why am I calling in?
Because lots of really cool things happened in the entertainment world today. Over the past couple of weeks. For instance, Power Rangers announced their new suit. Han Solo got cast in the spin-off movie. But most importantly, and probably the only one we're going to be talking about this episode, is...
It's absolutely the only thing we're talking about.
Captain America's Civil War.
Oh my goodness gracious. It's out, boys.
Yeah. So what I'm kind of thinking, we'll do spoiler-free
for the most
segment
part,
for a little bit. But then after a little bit...
kills Luke Skywalker.
Dang it.
And then after a little while, I'm kind of planning on... I'll explain this to you guys more later, but kind of doing more segment-related things. So then we'll do a spoiler alert segment thingamajig.
Use the solid snake. Spoilers.
Yeah. So... initial thoughts. Scale from 1 to 10. How much did you enjoy it?
10 out of 10. Oh my word.
5 out of 7.
Leave.
I'd say 9 out of 10.
I'm gonna say, I might go 10 out of 10 as well. I really enjoyed it.
It was so good. It was so good.
Yeah. So can you guys give a spoiler-free review?
Yeah, I've kind of been thinking about it. It's very good. It's a phenomenal movie. I think every single character in that movie served a purpose. They had a role, and they whereas like in Age of Ultron, they're all just kind of there, and like they had some good lines, but like there's some characters that I felt like kind of were just throwaway characters, and they were just kind of there. Whereas in this movie, like each and every character. They had amazing lines that showed where they their motives and why they were there and stuff. And you know what I mean? Like they all served a purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I would say every single character had either some sort of epiphany or some sort of what am I trying to say? Character development, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Except for that guy at the beginning. The guy that's in the trailer that I don't know what his name is, but the mask.
Crossbones?
Yeah, there we go.
Crossbones.
Except for Crossbones.
Is he? Yeah, we'll talk about that guy later because I was about to say something.
He's in the trailer, right? That's not a spoiler.
Oh, yeah, no, he's in the trailer.
He's in the
trailer. Well, and not to mention, they released a bunch of clips over the past month that was like the whole opening fight scene there.
Yeah, basically.
And they mentioned the character's name. They don't mention his comic book name. They mention the actual character
and like the Audi chase scene or whatever. That was released as a commercial before it was in the movie.
Yeah, there's one that Audi commercial.
Was it Audi? Was it Mercedes? I don't know what it was.
It was one of those two. It was a luxury vehicle, and it always bugged the crap out of me because it would always start off and I'm like, oh, this is a Civil War trailer, and then I realized that it's the family and the car.
Do you know?
I'm like, stop it!
You know they did the same thing except kind of less so with Batman v Superman with the Jeep.
Yeah, with the Jeep. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that wasn't like.
No, I thought it was still.
Screw that movie.
Okay, sorry, I don't want to bring that one up.
That's completely separate from this movie.
I just was saying that cars are now infiltrating ads for movies.
Yeah,
more so.
And they've been doing it for video games lately too, especially with Call of Duty and Jeep.
That's been going on forever though.
Yeah, that has been, but I mean it's more present. And
all right, so back to the movie.
Yeah, it was
the superheroes.
All those the new characters that they introduced.
The new characters were so good.
Oh yeah.
Oh my word, Black Panther and Spidey.
Oh yeah.
They were both perfect. Like there's nothing else to say about them. They were perfect.
Oh yeah.
They're exactly what they should be.
I got to be honest. That's probably my favorite portrayal of SpiderMan.
Absolutely.
On big screen.
Because Tom Holland portrayed Parker.
You're breaking
perfectly.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I broke up?
Yeah, but you said he portrayed him perfectly, right?
We heard Parker portrayed perfectly Tom Holland.
Yeah, so
somewhere in there.
The actor Tom Holland, he portrayed both characters of like Peter Parker and Spider-Man, like they're both different.
Yeah.
Like, he had various like
you mean one's CGI and one's not?
Well, beyond that, like he did a phenomenal job like showing that they were both like two kind of different, like because in the comics like Peter Parker's like a nerdy kid, and then like when he's Spider-Man, that's when he like kind of lives out this dream of like protecting people and stuff.
I'm gonna just try not to spoil, but he does glance over that for a second in the movie about how he wants to keep things separate. That's kind of a spoiler, but not really because it's Spider-Man.
Well, yeah. If you know anything about the character, that you see that coming. You're like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
From this movie, you see, okay, this is what Spider-Man looks like when he's in the hands of Marvel, and like it's actually going to be good.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I was like That's what I've wanted to see forever. I mean, I liked the Amazing Spider-Man. It was good. I liked it more than even the first like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first Spider-Man that I feel is the correct age.
Oh yeah, they actually got a high school kid, not some.
And he definitely feels young.
I'm okay. I'm okay with like High School Musical level like age difference where they're like actually like 26 but playing high school, like they can pull it off,
But this kid, he feels like
he feels natural.
Age.
Yeah,
and it's like
felt not weird. The dance and the bar and the
which I'm excited for the Spidey solo film now.
Absolutely.
The Homecoming. That's
like Homecoming dance.
There's speculation that it's like either that or that it's going to be something with Venom and the symbiotes or
we could get
I
Agent
doubt
Venom.
that they would go straight to Venom.
I know.
I've heard a lot about Vulture as the villain for the movie.
I have too.
Nah,
I've also heard
they should do Venom because then we get Agent Venom and he's cool.
If we get Agent Venom, that'd be sweet.
That's his name, right? Agent Venom. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've also heard that Tony Stark is going to have quite a presence which I'm totally okay with because the dynamic between those two characters in this movie was phenomenal.
Hasn't every Marvel movie except for like like Thor has been like everybody else and Iron Man?
Kind of.
I mean, this time it was more like he was the antagonist and this was the protagonist, kind of.
But I felt like they did a good job of showing his side too. Like,
his
definitely. It felt movie, but like, you could see Iron Man's point.
Oh yeah, it felt very balanced. You sympathize with both sides. It wasn't like they were portraying one side as absolutely right and one side as absolutely wrong. You watched it and you're like.
And compared to the comic book, both of them feel more right in what they're doing compared to like the comic book, definitely. Where like. Iron Man seems pretty
Tony
right.
Stark's the bad guy.
Yeah, they were just like he was right, in what he was thinking, but
yeah. I gotta say, and I'll go more into this, but there was almost at times where I almost thought that Captain America was being kind of the
bad guy.
Yeah, like there was at times, and I was like, and I'll explain why later, and because of like all this type of stuff, but. Yeah, I don't know. I just there was times, but then there was also times where I was like, "Come on, Tony, you're being an idiot right now." Like, they both had very good points all the time, and it's kind of you just kind of sit back and think about it. Of like, if I were like a character in this universe, where would I side? Like, I would be totally torn. I wouldn't know, and that's what makes it so tragic. I heard one review. I think it was like the IGN review. I don't remember which one exactly, but they basically compared this to being the Empire Strikes Back of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Where nothing is like completely accomplished, but like there's an outcome.
Oh yeah, and I actually feel that's a very accurate depiction of what this is because it's, I mean, the note that it leaves you on, you're very much like, well, now what?
Yeah.
Like,
now what? Captain America's Secret Avengers. That's what. Didn't spoiler.
Anyway. Yeah.
Right.
So.
But the action sequences throughout the movie were in. Oh my word!
My favorite part was the Hulk.
Spoiler alert: he's not there.
Yeah.
No, it was like the action throughout, like from the first scene to the last scene.
Yeah.
It was like there's action throughout the movie, and all of it was incredible.
Oh yeah. There's no point where I felt taken out of it. I was like, this is very much like.
I want to know how much money they spent on the set for that the airport scene, which is in the commercials also.
Oh, the airport scene.
Yeah.
Because they either
which is easily the best part of the movie.
They either went to an airport and were like, "This is ours for the next 2 weeks," or they rebuilt part of an airport.
Yeah.
Both of those are completely possible.
Or it was all just CGI.
Oh no, that's like,
well, I feel like they probably had like some backlot studio where they set up green screens everywhere, and then
but
like,
all
the
of those
environments they were on.
No, but all of those skyrocket that budget of just that scene, no matter what they are.
Oh yeah.
Just the scale of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
I also felt like, though this was probably the darkest Marvel movie, it was also one of the funnies. It was super funny.
Yeah.
And it was all Spider-Man.
Well, he definitely had the majority of the like funny stuff, but like each character I felt like had some really good quips and stuff that was like, okay,
the
each
only
quip
character
was like different to each character.
My favorite
but it was
Friday.
all funny. Oh yeah, that was really funny.
The only character that I feel like didn't really ever have a joking moment was Black Panther.
I feel like he couldn't have a joking moment because his dad.
Yeah. But Black Panther, I almost like. Let me know what you guys think. I almost kind of want an origin story now.
His origin stories.
I mean, you know it, but
I
at the
felt
same
like
time,
it kind of encompassed.
I mean, that's yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I want to see him
what they're gonna do, but
becoming the Black Panther and what that was like.
Quite literally, I think that the idea is that every male in Wakanda or female in Wakanda has the capacity to be Black Panther. It's just the king or queen that are given the mantle. Yeah. And it passes from person to person, generation to generation. It's not like, I feel like they were going for that one, not the mystically one, like imbued one.
Yeah.
Because that one's cool and all.
Yeah.
And you get like Spirit Panther stuff, but like.
Yeah.
But I would. They're doing
laugh
a solo.
At one line he said though.
Or
during the airport
I'm going to kill him.
I'm not sure if this is. No, it's probably not spoilers. He's fighting a character. The character introduces himself, and Black Panther just goes, "I don't care," and proceeds to like beat the crap out of him. You remember that part?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I laughed at that. That was funny.
Yeah,
it's like, he seriously doesn't care. He's going to just get the job done.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing I like about Black Panther is you never really question what his motives are because it's very direct. Like he's, I want to do this.
Yeah,
he's also, I mean,
I think he's also the first character to come to realization of what's going on. And like, I don't know. I really like that character. I didn't think that I was going to be such a huge fan. Well with him. Like I was actually very nervous with them introducing SpiderMan. And I wasn't so nervous about Black Panther because I didn't really have a whole lot of on the Black Panther.
Knowledge?
Yeah, that's knowledge. But like I was really nervous that Spider-Man was going to turn out to like be kind of shoehorned in, but I was very impressed and like, oh, I was so wrong, and I'm so happy I'm so wrong. That he wasn't just.
I'm happy they gave a good canon idea for Spidey's eyes. Morphing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I was just like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
It's just.
It was
like he does it in the cartoon, but that's just like to show emotion because he can't because he's in a mask. But like, they gave an actual reason, which made it cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think the fact that the eyes move had a lot to do with how Spider-Man felt as a part of the universe. Like it wasn't just a voice.
You know what makes me think? Like just some like I bet they have an entire cut of that where his eyes are stationary at one size. And they had that line just ready, and filmed it just to be able to, like, actually, because, like, I bet they played it and he's like, man, Spider-Man's really emotionless, even though he's funny, just a look thing.
Man, it's the theater. I don't know about you guys, but as soon as they introduced Peter Parker, like, as soon as it was, like, on screen. It was
and you knew that it was him.
Yeah, everyone just started cheering, and then as soon as he came on screen at Spider-Man, like in the costume, everybody started cheering again. Grant, oh my gosh. But like, it was so great. Like everyone was like, whoa, Spider-Man!
Yeah, I was pretty stoked.
I was very hyped.
Unfortunately, I don't know if Grant would agree with me on this, but like I didn't like the audience that we were sitting with didn't really seem all that enthusiastic about anything.
Wow.
Like they laughed at stuff,
jerks.
But like there was a couple people just to the left of us in our same row who kept talking.
Dude,
like,
we're coming out of everybody there was coming out of finals. Everybody there was dead.
Yeah,
everybody there was just ready to die.
Yeah, and I wasn't like it wasn't too irritating,
that's
but it was
why.
just kind of annoying every once in a while, especially during some of the quiet moments where like
like
there's gonna be a character thing or whatever, and then like I heard like somebody say something, and I'm like, okay, I get you're coming from finals, but to be completely honest, it's a movie. Can you at least like try to whisper or something?
Yeah.
But yeah.
They're all international.
And I'm pretty sure that the ladies behind us were drunk.
Nah, they were, and they were all everybody there was an international student.
Yeah.
So I mean,
nice.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, but anyways, so anyway, we can. I guess we kind of went through the spoiler-free stuff for a while here.
That view.
So I guess right now that means that it's spoilers for Captain America. If you have not seen it yet, do not listen. Unless,
or do, I don't care.
I mean, you can, but just don't. You can't get mad because
you know,
we warned you.
At the end, it's just like Captain America is just there, and he's just like, "I can't take it, Tony," and kills Tony. Right?
Okay,
right?
He doesn't do that.
Did you guys think that either of them were gonna die?
No.
Okay, so he dies. Captain America dies, like in the comic.
Yeah. Not in
like after Civil War's over.
Yeah, a little bit after Civil War, and depending on which one it is, it's either the Falcon takes over or Bucky takes over. It depends on which one. I think Bucky's the one that takes over when he dies, and Falcon's the one that takes over when he gets old. In the two different timelines, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same timeline. It's just that Marvel Comics is, weird and stuff. But I did think the Cap was gonna die. I was actually surprised that he didn't, but I'm okay with it because like it just seems like the Avengers are split now,
Yeah.
And like
but the Secret Avengers
are like on the run. Yeah.
Yeah.
Secret Avenger, Captain America's Secret Avengers. This is like halfway through the Civil War comic. I mean.
Yeah.
So all we need is a lot more bad guy or a lot more superheroes, and then one needs to die.
Yeah. I agreed with whoever said that earlier that like it ended, but there wasn't like a huge resolution.
Yeah. It was like it's like Two Towers or like Fellowship where like you're okay with it, but you're like not okay with it.
Yeah.
You it leaves you wanting more. Like you want to know what happens next. You want to know. I mean, like, because every Marvel movie up to this point has had a pretty solid conclusion.
Like any of the Divergent movies. I don't want any more of those.
Have you seen the latest one?
No.
I watched the first one and that was it. I was like, these movies suck.
Yeah, they're.
I did not like them.
I read the first book and the book was like, eh.
I've heard people that have read the book and seen the movies and said the movies are 10 times better than the book, which I don't know. Yeah.
All things considered,
Yeah. That being said, that's not what we're talking
Doesn't say
about.
much about the book.
I think so kind of getting back to what I was saying with when I almost sometimes felt like the Captain America was the bad guy.
Yeah.
Like when Natasha does her whole thing, like she said something that was very profound, and that we need to earn their trust. And the type of person that I am, I sympathized with Captain America's point of view in that our job becomes political then, and every person who's involved in political stuff has their own agenda, and maybe we need to go somewhere, but they're not going to let us, and we can't legally, or they're going to send us somewhere that we really don't need to go, and like they're going to take control. He doesn't like the idea of the people who have the power to do good being at the will of people who probably would use that power.
Have something else to gain.
Yeah, who has something else to gain from it. And I totally get that. But at the same time, when Natasha says, like, we need to earn their trust, like, we need to do this so that they trust us because we have screwed up in the past. And, like, when Captain America is just kind of like, he's so close to signing the Sokovia Accords. And then it's like, I mean, I get why he doesn't. And
I don't think he was ever actually going to.
Well, but there's that moment, like, after they brought in Bucky that he about did, and he's like, Tony, every time I think you start to see reason, you go and do something stupid. you know?
Yeah, but at times it just, and then especially at the end there, like, I didn't really like either Iron Man or Captain America in that last fight scene. Because I was
they were both flawed.
Guys.
Yeah. No, and that was what I loved about it.
Yeah, it just kind of showed that night. I mean, we know that Tony isn't perfect.
The only one that had their stuff together was Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
No. I mean,
we've never seen a flawed Cap, And it really showed how he's still human. He still makes mistakes, but it was awesome.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I think ultimately I did agree with Cap and stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think that Iron Man even kind of does, because he does the whole thing where he jams the equipment when he's in the bottom of that prison.
I think he's still strongly. I think he more believes in the what am I saying? The Accords.
Yeah.
He more believes in the Accords, but at the current time, the threat that they were facing, I think he wanted to take action.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's
which goes against the Accords, what they are.
Yeah.
I have to arrest myself.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of paperwork.
There was a lot of character development for every character, and I think we said that beforehand.
Yeah.
But like it was really handled like well. They just did a great job with handling everything.
Yep. Yeah, and gosh, what I was gonna say. Oh, I think, well, obviously my favorite scene in the entire movie is the airplane fight. Just because everything that goes on. I mean, like, there's not really anything.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, giant Ant-Man. That was.
If I rip myself in half.
Yeah. Just like,
I was like, he's gonna do it.
Yeah, I actually had no clue. I didn't expect it. I was like, is he gonna jump? And then he got big, and I was like, oh yeah, duh.
His character realistically doesn't make sense, because he has a lot to lose and not a lot completely to gain. By joining
What do you mean?
Captain.
From joining Cap?
Yeah.
I think...
I mean, I understand, yeah.
I think he was just excited to be a part of the Avengers.
I think that's
what it is,
like,
too. they actually, like... I think it's more pride for him.
Okay,
oh, yeah.
I just have...
okay, somebody can see, like, my potential now, and, like, I'm, like, doing something.
I see that, but, like, there's times in the comics, which I don't think they do in the movie, where he grows big, and then when he gets small, he dies. Internal bleeding and stuff, and and it's kind of like, oh well, he's gonna be in the hospital for a few months, and he's dead.
Yeah, I think that's why he said that line, like, I've only done this once, and it was in a lab, and I passed out afterward.
No.
Oh, the reason why I found the comparison to this being the Empire Strikes Back of MCU
is because
Spider-Man says, like, hey guys, you remember that really old movie with the things on the snow planet and the walkers? And they, like, never said Star Wars, but they, like, totally...
How old is this kid? I don't know. I didn't carbon date him.
Yeah, that was... Oh my gosh.
And then when Iron Man's like, I forget exactly how he phrases it, but after Ant-Man gets big... And he's like, okay, does anybody have any really cool superpowers that they, like, are actually very incredible that they're hiding?
Does anybody have any phenomenal superpowers that they're hiding?
I think this is the best performance by Robert Downey Jr. I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Oh my word. He showed, like, why he has had this, like, huge change of heart, even between, like, Age of Ultron and this movie, of, like, okay, like, I have screwed up a lot, and, like, I need to start taking more responsibility and stuff.
What'd you think of young Tony? That CGI
Tony?
Oh
my gosh.
That was
awesome.
Impressive. I didn't know it was him at first, and then when I heard his voice,
what
I was
movie
like,
was he in? Because he looks perfectly like I know he was in movies when he was younger, but what movie was that? Looks exactly like that.
They did that with CGI.
I know, but there,
Ant-Man,
no, like, some movies that he's been in when he was younger, like, it looked perfect.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
They probably use that as reference.
Of course, but, like, they used anything as reference. But, like, what movie was that?
Yeah, so it was... I really liked the whole performance. That, and I don't know why I didn't see it before, but when found out that Winter Soldier killed Howard Stark, and...
I knew that.
I did not.
I think they said that in Winter Soldier.
Really?
Did they?
Like, in the movie, yeah. Because when he went to... that computer dude. What's his name? He said, like, Hydra's been, like, doing stuff, and, like, I think they didn't, like, say it outright, but they, like, maybe alluded
mysterious
to it or
car
something.
crash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of remember that, but I don't know if they ever alluded to Winter Soldier being because of that.
I don't think they said it outright, but I think like it was safe to assume that was a thing.
That's in the comics stuff, is him killing a lot of people.
How did Cap know?
Including, because they're.
I think Cap just figured it out.
They're buddies, and they probably spent like a 4-hour plane ride together. So like.
So did you kill his parents? Yep, sure did. Cool.
Cool. Well, no, actually, Captain America had to know before then because Iron Man was all like, "Did you know? You knew. I'm gonna hurt you now."
Yeah, That was like the point where I kind of feel like Iron Man did kind of go full dark side, because like then it became vengeance instead of justice
versus law. Yeah.
Yeah. What name did they say? You know what I'm talking about?
Martha.
Yeah, no, because there was a moment in the movie where they said a name and someone's like, said something, and I lean over to Jonathan and I'm like, Martha.
Oh yeah, because like I think that was at the point when they was revealing that the Winter Soldier killed Mr. Howard Stark and his wife, and like I think it was right after Winter Soldier broke.
I think this was way before. This is way earlier.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember. That was a funny reference though.
Like the end credits sequence where like Winter Soldier's like, "Yeah, put me back on ice," Like I like that. That was cool. And then Spidey obviously was freaking sweet.
Oh yeah. I like that it wasn't like, because ever since Avengers, Marvel started doing their like mid-credit roll scene and then their post-credit roll scene, and a lot of times the post-credits have just been kind of something funny. And where now, like, it feels like, okay, they're teasing Spider-Man Homecoming.
You're telling me that wasn't funny?
I mean, it was funny, but I'm saying that, like, it wasn't shawarma. It was...
Yeah.
Spider-Man, like, I got a cool new gadget. Yeah. And this is a conversation that Grant and I had afterwards. Aunt May, it's kind of funny that she's just conveniently this attractive, like, late 30s, early 40s.
Okay, but
something.
Like, realistically, think about this. In all, like, okay, so he should be 16, right?
Right, yeah.
That means his parents should be roughly like 30, 40, right?
Well, yeah, 40.
And
about 40.
And Aunt May is like, I think Gino, like, is supposed to be the younger sister.
I don't remember.
So she shouldn't be 80.
Yeah.
I
mean, yeah, in the first Spider-Man movie, she was like 103.
Yeah.
So like
yeah.
She
wasn't that old.
She's always depicted as pretty old.
No,
she's always depicted as like, an elderly lady, but like realistically, like shouldn't she be like,
really
like
funny
40s, 50s, not like, Father Time?
I just kind of found it funny that she was this like dolled up like a hot woman, like the hot mom type thing, and I don't know. And then like Tony Stark's whole
Tony,
interaction.
like, pointed it out.
Yeah, it's like, you're surprisingly attractive aunt or something like that.
He's like, don't even talk about my aunt. Stop that.
Yeah.
Repressed memories.
Yeah, I don't know. And then the point where I think my second. Okay, we'll go around the. I was gonna say room, but you're not technically here.
Hey.
What was your top 3 moments in the movie?
Oh my gosh.
All 3 of them were Black Widow whipping around somebody's neck.
I kind of had a feeling.
I don't know.
I had to make a joke somewhere.
I think Spider-Man in his entirety was my number one. Like,
yeah,
I am such a big Spider-Man fan, and they did Spider-Man so right and so well.
Yeah, I like at the end when he's like saying, "Who beat you up, Steve? You wouldn't know him. He's from Brooklyn." It's like, well, I mean, he's not lying, so.
Yeah, and then like, you should have seen his friend. He was huge.
Yeah.
So Spider-Man in its entirety.
Yeah,
is your
Spider-Man
favorite part?
So great. Boy, it's so tough. I mean, I'm planning on seeing it again. I think Monday, so in a couple days.
I might see it again on Tuesday.
Again. Yeah.
For me, in terms of quips, my favorite was, "It's your conscience. We don't talk often."
Who's speaking?
Oh, that was so funny.
Oh.
Oh, you paused it.
Yep. Hold on.
He just hung up on his dad.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll apologize later.
Man, Vision and Scarlet Witch were phenomenal together, and I like that they were alluding to that romance in the comics. It happens.
I like.
I don't know that was like a favorite moment, but it was like really cool to see them, and like both of them, like they kind of sidelined them for the majority of the movie, just because they're both so powerful. But I was like, they gave a really good reason for it. I was okay with it.
And then Vision's whole thing when he accidentally shot down Brody. I kind of like that it feels like he's kind of questioning himself a little bit.
Yeah, no.
And then you start to see the slight imperfection in even Vision.
Yeah.
Where, like, he's another character. It's kind of been portrayed as
Do you know what I think next time Thor's around? Vision is not going to be able to pick up the hammer.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And then Thor's going to be like, you're not worthy of the gem. It's going to be a big thing.
And then thus begins the Infinity War.
Also, speaking of, did you guys hear that they're gonna like rename it?
Yeah,
from part 1 and part 2.
I did hear that.
What are they gonna rename it?
They're gonna rename it.
I don't know.
So okay, is like part 1 just gonna be Infinity War, and then like
Captain
part 2 is gonna be something
America.
else, or is it gonna?
I don't know. No idea.
Oh, they're just gonna name it Captain America: Secret Avengers. No, because that's what his group is, the Secret Avengers.
Or they might just name it Secret Avengers.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah,
because that's what they're.
Yeah. I like that. Well, it was like crazy to see Crossbones die like immediately.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then like the fallout from that.
I would kind of That was a very early on. That was a very impactful moment, and you're just like, oh my gosh, wow.
It was better than a bus of school full of like school children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Building.
Yeah, but still, like the whole idea of like, whoops, all those people are dead. Like that's not even a question. They blew up.
Yeah.
And
I mean, the airport scene is probably going to be the best scene, like by far. It was incredible. But I still really enjoyed the chase scene from when they're first trying to get Bucky.
Yeah.
That entire action sequence is crazy good. Like, stairwell to like outside where they're like chasing him.
Yeah. And then and it made sense. Like I was never confused. Like, wait, how'd they get there?
Yeah.
It was like, okay, they're in the building, they're on the roof, now they're on the street, now they stole the cars, now they're under the bridge, and then like
there was a lot of location jumping in the first half of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was okay with it. They did it really well.
Yeah. Zemo was actually a surprisingly good villain.
I read a lot of reviews saying like, oh, Zemo's terrible, but I thought he was fine.
Yeah. Like I mean, he wasn't like Loki where he's in the action or, this or that. He's a very conniving.
But he was manipulating a lot of stuff, sort of like Loki did in the first Avengers, which I really enjoyed. Yeah. And I am so thankful that they didn't kill him off. Yeah. So they can continue to build him into like a better character.
Yeah.
Does he become something?
I don't know. Do you know, Noah?
He becomes Baron Zemo, but like I don't know.
Oh, okay. So did you named your top 3, right?
Somewhat. I interrupted
sorta.
every single one of them, but.
Okay, Grant, do you have your top 3? Or do you want me to? Because I'm still trying to figure out my third. Because I have my top 2 for sure.
Definitely the entire airport scene.
Are you trying to what?
That's probably...
I'm gonna tell. I have to go soon. So
okay, we'll wrap up here soon.
All right, cool.
Next couple minutes.
Entire airport scene. The credit scene with SpiderMan, and
yes.
The Bucky and Bucky just in general.
Bucky was very good in this movie too.
Yeah. Okay, so my top 3. First and foremost is the entire airplane scene. Just everything about it was super epic. If nothing else, just for the sheer action of it and just everything. Second favorite part is probably the moment where Black Panther realizes what Zemo's been trying to do. And that like when I was saying that he becomes
about a huge character like development.
Yeah, and like that moment where it's like he's kind of like the first character that comes to, realize what's going on, and he realizes like before he does anything, he's like, I was wrong to pursue vengeance. Justice is the right way to go.
Justice.
Yeah, and then I think third favorite probably the whole thing where Sharon Carter brings the stuff to Captain America. He kisses her, and then Bucky and Falcon in the back of the love bug going, yeah, like giving him that bro nod thing.
I hope they get you, Noah.
Noah's trying to run away from his. Okay, well, so you gotta go. We can go ahead and.
Yeah. It was just getting really noisy. Plus, I do need to go.
Okay, cool. Well, thanks for phoning in, Noah.
Yeah, absolutely.
This episode will come out.
I will see you guys in less than a week.
Yeah. I'm super stoked, and we'll have to do another podcast to just kind of seeing what you and Ed have been up to.
This was a good use of Phone a Friend on Who Wants to Win a Millionaire.
Yeah, cool. Well, thank you guys for listening to this episode of the Chocolate Dollar Podcast. You can follow us on Twitter @Chocolate Dollar, like us on Facebook. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel or subscribe to us on iTunes. Still trying to figure out where you can listen to us on Android, but I do know for sure that there's an app called Podcast Republic. You can listen there.
Screw you, Android.
So yeah, leave us a review. Let us know what you think. I'm on Twitter as the J_96. Noah, do you want to give yours?
No, Chris.
You can find me on one of the other podcasts.
Yeah, it's like
don't
at Grant_King or something like that. Anyways, so thank you guys for listening. Tune in a couple of weeks, and we'll see you then. Chocolate Dollar signing off.
And go watch Civil War because it's incredible.
Oh yeah, do so.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Thank you for listening to the Chocolate Dollar Podcast. Check in next time.